Being a previous founder of a very big organization, I have experienced that there's a mismatch between the organizational strategic intent and the behavior. So when those two things do not align, you have some kind of mismatch. What is actually at stake here?
So what you're pinpointing here is that if the strategy, the intentions, and the culture do not align, we've got a problem. So that means we, as contextual leaders, we need to go in and start working with the culture. We need to actively shape the culture to support the strategy. So what you need to do here is to understand what are the intentions expressed by the strategy. So if you want more change, rapid change, you need to follow the market more rapidly. You need to look at what is the change culture in the organization, and how can I as a leader involve my people, make some commitments, and thereby drive a change in the behavior, which will result in a change in the beliefs that underpins the choices, the prioritizations, everything we do in the organization. So culture is a social mechanism that needs to be reproduced again and again, and we as leaders, we own that culture. So we need to go in, set some clear priorities, involve our organization in interpreting those priorities into what are we going to do more of and less of, make some commitments, and then start acting our way into a new culture. If you do not, you will have strategic misalignment and you will not succeed with your strategy.
You say that leaders owns the culture. I have been in many organizations where it's like, well, that's just the way we are. And you can see like many leaders fail in making that turn. What do you mean that leaders own the culture?
So you're absolutely right that culture is the way we do things around here. But someone has to set the priorities. And if we want to change the culture, we need to go in and say, well, we want a different behavior. Let me explain you why. Let's find out together, what does that mean? What commitments? What are we going to do more of? What are we going to stop doing? You write that down, you involve your people, you stick it on the wall, you get back to it, you follow up, and you learn together. You learn your way into creating a new culture. Can you have people that are not following? Yes. And then it's a leadership task maybe to change the people composition. So you need to understand that when we shape strategy, when we shape culture, those two need to align. And we as leaders, we are the linchpin. We are owning that process. Else, we'll formulate a strategy, communicate it with a lot of PowerPoints, and, well, nothing's going to happen. So you better get in there, you better work with your culture, and the book outlines a combat-proven strategy for doing that, a way of doing it, which is called the peer cycle. We can get back to that in one of the other dialogues.